Yo, what is up, friends, foes, and members of the Omni Council? My name is Daimien Kamiya. I am the Omni King. Welcome to some morning Pokemon. We'll be doing this today and tomorrow, provided no streams get delayed, so we can start Digimon on Thursday. Yeah, sorry about the 12:30 start instead of 12. So what happened was, I woke up actually on time and everything. I have like eggs and wraps and stuff, but what I do is I have these little like small Tupperware containers. They're pretty much like sauce dishes in size. I have 2 of them. What you can do is like you coat them in butter, and then you can like crack an egg, maybe add a little bit of milk, whatever. You can cook that in the microwave and basically make your own egg patty, and then I cut it in half and I put it in my wrap. But what, I couldn't find my things. I only used them like a few days ago. I couldn't find them. They're not in the kitchen. They're not put away in the kitchen where you'd think to find them. They're not in my room where they should be 90% of the time. So I went to the grocery store to see if I could get more Tupperware. Turns out the grocery store doesn't sell Tupperware. I could have gone to another store across the street, but that would have just been wasting time, so I just went to McDonald's, which I have in front of me now. Felt like it was, at that point, it's like, I was about to buy like those frozen eggs, like frozen egg sandwiches, and I'm just like, I can just go to McDonald's and get a fresh one. So, but yeah, so it's like, now I gotta find those, and if not, guess what I'm doing Thursday? Going out to buy more. Because those are integral into making my breakfast. Which is crazy on how I don't know where they are. By the way, there's going to be a heavy push with this game. And so I looked at my schedule for next week. Because I want Saturday off next week, because it's my streaming anniversary, I am working Friday to Wednesday again. I'm off Thursday, I work Friday, I'm off Saturday. Because of that, Thursday may end up being this game. My plan is, obviously we're going to do Digimon this Thursday, then it'll be Pokemon Friday, and we're going to try and alternate a bit, but I might push Pokemon because I would love to do Mount Battle in this game on my streaming anniversary, as my streaming anniversary thing. So I'm in the game now. Where's the game? There it is. So, I have been doing a little off stream. First things first, all Pokemon are now purified. This is the box here of potentials. So we have Houndoom here. Look, this stat's pretty good. Adaptability Houndoom. I cannot believe that. Those are some good moves too. Like utility move and Snarl, especially as a fast Pokemon. I've been hunting the Pokespots. For some reason, Eevee has Arena Trap, which is crazy. Comes to Draining Kiss and Thunder. I got a modest Eevee. That's 3 of the evolutions. So he's here until I figure out what I might want to use him for. By the way, if you can tell, it still contains the same programming thing. Any Eevee you get in Pokemon XD that has your ID number is hard-coded to say obtained from your dad. Even though I caught this at the Pokespot. I actually looked up Delcatty and Poochyena, and they actually say met in a distant land. Which is what it says if you trade Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire, or from the Gen 3 games. Baltoy. Adamant, so it'd be a physical attacker, which isn't the worst thing. Even though it's a defensive, but it has adaptability! Are you kidding me? I could do like, if you can learn Zen Headbutt, and then Stomping Tantrum, that would be fantastic. And then I got Quillfish. Intimidate. I said this before with Colosseum, that the only thing that could make Quillfish better is if you could have appropriate stab for water, even though it did have Surf, which is not bad. But if it had its hidden ability, which is Intimidate. Guess what? So this guy might be in the team. Waterfall and Poison Jab are TMs. Quillfish, despite not being standoutish, was an MVP of my Pokemon Colosseum playthrough. And all the guy fucking did was fucking Sludge Bomb. With the occasional Surf. Alright. Some more Pokemon I acquired. Kangaskhan. I got an Adamant Kangaskhan. It is normal fighting. It has 2 abilities. Inner Focus was the one I changed it to because the other one wasn't good. I forget what it was, but it was worse than this. You already know about these. These were Shadow Pokemon. Octillery with Volt Absorb. I love me some Octillery. Those are some pretty hefty stats. For some reason, mine has higher attack, which really isn't that good for an Octillery. Grimer. Poison Touch. No Guard Bellsprout. Odd, but I'm trying to figure out, like, what would you want No Guard on? Like, I guess you can get Gunk Shot. Oh, yeah, right. Powder moves. Powder moves won't miss now. Coughing. Nothing changed. Nothing changed for Coughing. Still Levitate. Murkrow has Tough Claws, which makes it slightly better than it normally is. I think Calm is an attack-lowering nature, isn't it? Yes it is. Fuck off. Back down on a Tough Claws Pokemon, that's brutal. Ponyta has Chlorophyll. By the way, these abilities can't change. I already checked. So I have a normal Ponyta now, too. That's a really good nature, by the way. Jolly. Special attack down, speed up. For a Ponyta, let's go. Spinarak has adaptability. Doesn't really make it any better, though. Like, I love me some Spinarak. Spinarak is probably one of my favorite bug types. After, like, Scizor, but, like... So, the problems with Spinarak stem from slowness. Also, the reason why I love Spinarak is, I didn't do this on stream, but I was playing through, I think I mentioned this before, but I was playing through Pokemon Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. I was just having fun. What I would do is just look up really odd and interesting team comps, and then just kind of like get them in the game, whether on emulator I kind of cheat using Pokehex, but even prior to that I would just try to breed, trade, and move tutor, and this was back then because I did this on DS. The entire team, I don't even remember who was on the whole team, because that just shows you. The only Pokemon I remember was Ariados, Pikachu, and Zweilous. So, I had a Zweilous, Eviolite Zweilous. So, it had Hustle to boost its attacks, and then Eviolite to boost its defenses. I refused to evolve it to Hydreigon. As a matter of fact, I still refuse to really ever use Hydreigon. I'll use Zweilous. I'm a Zweilous lover. And then I had Light Ball Pikachu. This was the first time I really used Light Ball Pikachu, and what made me fall in love with Light Ball Pikachu. It was after this I realized the absolute fucking power behind Light Ball Pikachu. If you really want to have to steamroll early games, that Light Ball Pikachu in Gen 6 or 7. Super easy. You can get Pikachu really early on in both games. Now you get Pichu in 7, and so you have to evolve it first because Light Ball only works for Pikachu, but catch one, but don't catch more. You get it in your team first, lead with it, because static will increase. Static basically makes it a 50% chance you're going to find another electric type. And in most cases, they're the only one on the route. You just basically just run, you just use that to try and catch more until you get one with a Light Ball early game. And yeah, you can just steamroll the game. It's crazy. But my Ariados was in that. And for most of the game, it fucking destroyed until speed started catching up. And then it just couldn't, it was getting outsped by everything. But it knew it had Sniper as its ability, knew Focus Energy, Throat Chop, Poison Jab, and Fell Stinger. And I gave it the Scope Lens. So turn 1, you Focus Energy, and now you're critting every single time. And then you Fell Stinger for the KO, get +3 attack, and if you can do it again, get to max attack, and you're always critting. But yeah. Fur Coat Rattata, not really great. I got a Wingull, so I have a range setter now. And then I got Slugma 2, Sand Setter. Slugma is Fire Rock before it evolves. I got a Teddiursa with Thick Fat. Odd ability, but yes. I got Castform. It's not good, but I got it. Reckless Tauros. I wonder if I could change its ability. Check that. Beautyfly with actually decent stats. Like, not gonna lie, this is actually pretty solid. Lightning Rod. However, it is now Bug Fairy. They're changing up all the types. So the only bug type I've seen that hasn't changed is Spinarak and Ledian. Spinarak is still Bug Poison. Ledian is Bug Flying. Beautyfly is Bug Fairy. Butterfree is Bug Psychic. Beedrill is Fighting Dark. No, it's Fighting Poison, sorry. I do not know what... I have yet to see Dustox yet, so I don't know what it is. Sandslash! It has Tough Claws, which is great. The only problem is, for some reason, its speed is fucking neutered. Isn't this guy supposed to be fast? What the fuck happened? On top of that, I already have a ground type with Tough Claws that's going to be infinitely better than this guy. What a waste. Moxie Apom. It's interesting to say the least. I got Sheer Force Krabby, so it has its hidden ability. Shell Armor Ledian. Why? You know what would have actually made this a half-decent Pokemon? Is if they gave it Fur Coat. Crazy to say that, especially since it doesn't have fur. But Ledian's best stat is Special Defense. And you can see its Special Defense is almost double its defense. If they gave it Fur Coat to double its defense to basically match its Special Defense, this thing could have actually served as a pretty decent wall in this game. But for some reason they gave Venomoth Fur Coat, so sure. Venomoth is also Psychic Poison now. Which actually pairs well, because Fur Coat will double its defense, and I'm like, oh, I could give it Assault Vest, and then I realize it has Quiver Dance, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to give it Assault Vest, because one, Quiver Dance will not only match what an Assault Vest can do, but then will also buff its special attack and speed. So, Venomoth, I think I'm going to move over here. You, I'm going to move over here, and I want to see if you have a different ability. I don't really plan to keep Palava or Marshtomp, which is why I'm not against, like, Quillfish or Baltoy potentially joining the team. Ability Capsule. Alright, Ledian could not be changed. If they just gave it Fur Coat. Reckless to Intimidate. Yeah, Intimidate's a much better Tauros ability. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, Tauros can go at the bottom of the box here, then. If Ledian had Fur Coat, I'd actually consider running it. You could run screens while having a viciously defensive Pokemon. I'm gonna put Bellsprout in here too. The idea of a no-guard Victory Bell with like Sleep Powder or Leech Seed is huge. So like, not all these Pokemon will make the team, but I'm telling you right now, some are likely to make it to the team I beat the game with may not be the Battle Frontier team. Or not Battle Frontier, the Mount Battle team. That's going to be an entirely different... That could potentially be an entirely different team. And I know some of you are probably thinking, Daimien, why do you want to do Mount Battle? Like, you never did it in the other XD playthroughs. And I'm like, you're correct. I didn't. This mod, though, the creator lovingly went through and actually customized Mount Battle. There's a lot of Mount Battle trainers that are based off of, like, gym leaders from Gens 1 to 5. Or Gens 1 to 3. Gym leaders, Elite Fours, champions, etc. Since it's actually changed, I feel like it'd be disingenuous to not experience it. Especially since it caps at 100, so... And that'd be a great, like, day off stream, because it takes about 6 hours to get through Mount Battle. Beginning to end. Alright. The reason why I'm at Mount Battle is because this was a convenient spot to just loiter around. All I was doing was just like running in a spot until the radar went off. Eevee is the only 10% I caught. It's actually kind of crazy. Also, I don't know if I was streaming when I set up the 9th spot. Oh yeah, so here. I set up this spot. Yeah, I got a Lombre from the cave Pokespot as well. Oh, no, wait, no. This was from your B. Never mind. This says met in cave, so I thought that. Lilium! Hello. Yeah, I wish they'd bring it back. I wish they'd continue. Not only did they leave the plot open for more, for Cypher to come back, but the thing is, what bothers me so much about the direction of Pokemon, in this one regard, when these games came out, XD and Coliseum were gimmick games. Because the new double battle system just came out, they were trying to implement them into a game, and it was an interesting concept, as broken as they were. But VGC now is so fucking huge! It's fucking the official Pokemon tournament. And they've not made an official double battle only game since these. We are 6 generations after the initial implementation of the double battle mechanic. VGC basically started in its infancy in Gen 4, blew up way more in Gen 5, and then skyrocketed from there. When are you going to use Helping Hand in your playthrough? When are you going to use Squash or Coaching or all these other double battle only moves? What about abilities like Power of Alchemy or Friend Guard that only function in double battles? When are we, like, why can they not create another game in which these abilities and moves actually serve a function? Yeah, I caught a Natu as well. Natu has insomnia. I don't think that could change, so it's just kind of garbage. Rough Skin Rock Steel Rhyhorn. I am so disappointed with this, because I don't like that it's rock. I really wish it was steel ground. One thing I like about this mod is not only has it like changed typings and stuff, but where is he? Where's Sunflora? Our good old Grass Fire Sunflora. There's actually a regional variant. Apparently there's about 30 of these guys, but this is the only one I found so far. Like, it's not like they just changed the type. It's legitimately a regional variant because of its design change. And I love it because it makes so much sense. In a desert region, a sunflower not being able to get enough hydration had to become a fire type to survive better. It makes so much sense. The only reason I'm not running him is because Sunflora is slow as hell. Like, they changed a lot of types, like, Delcatty is normal fairy. Butterfree is bug psychic. Charmeleon is fire flying. So basically all the starters are pure type at their first stage, and they gain a secondary typing starting from stage 2. So some like Combuskin, that didn't really change anything, but so like Charmander gets to the stage early. Electrike is now Electric Dark. Mareep gains the dragon typing at Flaffy, so Flaffy and Ampharos are both dragon. Like Bulbasaur is pure grass, but Ivysaur gets the poison. This is my Galarian Ponyta, so despite the picture, this was the first Shadow Pokemon you can get. Beedrill and his line are now poison fighting instead of bug poison. Grovyle now gets dragon. Apparently, Poliwag, once it evolves, Poliwhirl is part fighting. Meganium gets Fairy. Poochyena is, Poochyena and Skitty are your starters. And you, Poochyena's Dark Fighting. Wartortle and Blastoise are Water Rock. Igglybuff is Fighting Fairy. Has Prankster, and yet it can't learn any good Prankster moves. My Galarian Zigzagoon. Nidorino and Nidorina gain the ground type a stage early. Togepi is obviously Fairy. Feraligatr is Dragon. Arcanine is part... Growlithe and Arcanine are Fire Fairy. Rhyhorn is Steel Rock. Going into the PC here. Any other type? Oh yeah, Venomoth, Psychic Poison, Beautyfly, Bug Fairy. Kangaskhan, Normal Fighting. Slugma gains Fire Rock a stage early. Raichu and Pikachu are Electric Fairy. Kolava is Fire Poison. Larvitar is now Rock Dark the entire line. However, they also changed a lot of abilities too. Like Houndoom has adaptability. Arena Trap on Eevee for some god knows reason. Adaptability Baltoy. I finally get my Intimidate Quillfish. Venomoth has Fur Coat because of course it does. Lightning Rod Beautyfly. Tauros had Reckless and now Intimidate. And then Bellsprout has No Guard, which is insane for Sleep Powder. On these, like, all the starters are basically broken in some ways. Marshtomp gets Sap Sipper, effectively removing its only weakness. Trapinch and Flygon get Tough Claws, boosting its contact moves. Machop gets Moxie, so I'm just running like a lot of like boosting or priority moves. Larvitar gets Adaptability, which is insane to have adaptability, potentially adaptability Tyranitar. Quilava gets Levitate, effectively removing its quarter weakness to 4 times weakness to ground. Raichu has huge power because they said why the fuck not. That's probably the most dangerous Pokemon I own. Loudred came with Change Color for some ungodly reason, so I quickly vetoed that. Bagon has Hustle. A lot of the Hexagon Brother Pokemon, such as Bagon here, they can change abilities, but Bagon can't change until Salamence, which is Intimidate. But yeah, Hustle. Dratini has Speed Boost, which is insane. Yeah, like a lot of these abilities are kind of interesting. You get some weather setters now, so like Drizzlewingle, Sandstream, Slugma. I was really hoping for Tough Claws Ledian to at least make it decent defensively, but some others, like you got Fur Coat Arcanine to double its defense. Croconaw also has Fur Coat. All the starters have changed abilities too. So like, Wartortle has Lightning Rod to remove its weakness. Meganium does no, Meganium has Flash Fire, so it's not weak to fire anymore. Grovyle has Filter, reducing super effective attacks. For some reason, Ghastly has Mega Launcher, but doesn't possess any of the moves. But naturally, I know doesn't learn any of the moves boosted by it, so I don't know where that's gonna go. What did Golem come or Geodude? Reckless, yeah, not even worth it. Flaffy has Tinted Lens. Scyther has Gale Wings, which is huge because you can get Tailwind. And Feather Dance as well, so priority on those two moves is crazy good. Scyther might actually pop out of here. Actually, yeah, let me get Scyther out now. Do I have a flying type I can ditch? Murkrow. Scyther can go at the bottom of the box here. Mount Battle was reorganized, so I'm hoping to have the game done by the 22nd so I can do Mount Battle. Some Pokemon got it bad, like Smoochum, for example, got Refrigerate. Why? Physical special splits in effect. What special normal moves does Smoochum get that's worth anything? Hyper Beam?
Like, there's like nothing.
Yeah, you get Shedinja as well. You get actually catch an Inkata, which is crazy. Super Luck Electrite is terrifying. Especially if they modified the crit. Charizard has Storm Drain, so also negating its special attack weakness, or its fire weakness. It came with Tail Glow! A +3 special attack move! Blaziken came with Water Absorb, but I still feel like Speed Boost is better. Especially if you like can bulk up turn 1. Then you just have plus attack, plus defense, plus speed. Delcatty has competitive, and Poochyena has Defiant. Butterfree still has Compound Eyes, which doesn't hurt. Yeah, Zubat has Sniper. But anyways, I've been streaming for over 30 minutes, and I've not actually made any story progress. So what are the odds that the Pokespot goes off before I actually make it to the roof of the building? I have 2 battles left in ONBS. I also have no idea what the shadow Pokemon are. The mod page only reveals your starters and the Hexagon Brothers Pokemon. Alright, who am I leading with? Do I need to change that? I will say I never like leading with Machop. That is generally my consensus. I don't like leading with Machop because Machop, because of Moxie and all its priorities... Moxie plus priority, and you know, you've played enough Pokemon games, right, Lily? Where when a Pokemon is low on, or you can never one-shot, right? You always leave the enemy in the red, because that's just how fate likes to fuck you. So having a Pokemon with Moxie and 2 priority moves, basically when that happens and then they kill me, I just switch Machop in, punch, get the Moxie boost. It's part of the reason I don't actually want to get rid of Machop, but I don't know if Machop's going to be able to actually stay long enough. I also gave him power-up punch, just in case it's like he's on the field and he can't get a boost. Power-up punch can give him one. Usually if power-up punch does about just under half, well, the attack boost will ensure Mach Punch gets the kill. Because they're the exact same power and they have stat. And then Bullet Punch was just so I could hit ghosts. They also changed a lot of the names too. So this guy, isn't this guy Fred? Yeah. Some names didn't change because they're too iconic, but yeah, Fred stayed. Fred. I do not know the shadow Pokemon here. There is a Google Doc, a Google spreadsheet here that shares all the information, but the Google Doc is, what is that? Primate. Ooh, this really, ooh. Until you check it off, it doesn't, basically everything's listed under spoilers, so until you check off that you've caught the Pokemon, it doesn't actually show what the shadow Pokemon is. Okay, so I have huge power Raichu out, so I'm not attacking Primate. So we can do Fire Punch or Ice Punch on Breloom. I'm thinking Fire Punch, and then we will Stomping Tantrum the Primate. Hiya! Raichu is currently my strongest Pokemon. Jeez. Man, who would have thought that having double 66 would make it... keep in mind, my highest attack stat after Raichu, who has like 130 something attack because of huge power, is like 7. No! Fuck off. Oh no, what happened? Oh man, shame. Man, the game crashed. I can't believe that. Fucking throw your tantrums without critting. Hey, Angel, how are you? I'm doing well. Outside of the fact that I just fucking crit that goddamn Pokemon. No problem. You'll probably just hear me yell at a children's game. At least I know that, good thing I saved before. But at least I also know that Raichu can one-shot the Breloom. Do keep in mind, Lily, I have, like, infinite Master Balls. I could just throw them. But I'm trying to be restrictive on how I use them. So all the Hexagon brothers had 6 Pokemon with half of them Shadow Pokemon. I caught all of them with Master Balls just because I didn't want to have to, like, play around trying to catch that many Shadow Pokemon so early in the game. Especially since before the first Hexagon brother, you're only going to have 6 Pokemon. Because you start with 2, and then you start with... and keep in mind, none of them are purified, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. Maybe. No, I think I'm wrong on that. You can't purify them by then. You start with Skitty and Mighty Anna. I lucked out having Delcatty that early because I picked the Moonstone from the Eevee guy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I actually, when I caught Houndoom, when I caught it, the guy's other Pokemon immediately used Bulldoze right after I caught it, meaning he would have killed the Houndoom on me. Yeah, and then, but then in Gatian Port, you still, the starters changed, or the Pokemon there change now. So that's where you get Machop, Poliwag, I think Slowpoke, and another Pokemon I don't remember. Oh fuck, Hitmonlee's out? God damn it. Alright, well we'll Thunder Punch Hitmonlee.
Don't kill! Oh, I just realized Primeape is fighting Dark. Is it fighting Dark? Or is it... What is it? The HUD now tells you the type with the colored rings. Is that fighting Steel? Is fighting Steel. Fuck you for making that. Why would Primeape be Steel? I could understand Dark, but why Steel? What is Steel about Primeape? I think I'm gonna have to change my lead. I don't think I have anything for it. Fighting Steel. Resist, resist, super effective resist. Yeah, I don't have anything. Let me see my other Pokemon here. The only thing that sucks about my Machop is I have an attack-lowering nature. Wow, I have Waterfall on Marshtomp, I guess. We'll try that. Remember, Raichu has base attack, or Raichu has 63 attack, and it has huge power. So that's doubled to 126. That's why I was saying, like, Marshtomp is one of my highest attack statted Pokemon right now. Also, this game fixed the Gen 3 double battle bug. Where where Pokemon, what was I gonna say? Well, not really bug, but Gen 3 had it where when you KO'd a Pokemon in a double battle, you immediately sent out a new one. It does, no, they put Gen 4 mechanics in where the new Pokemon gets sent in at the end of the turn, which is nice. Because theoretically, if you time things well, you could take out 4 Pokemon in a turn. As a matter of fact, that was actually a strategy in one of the battle CDs. You had 2 Pokemon in 1 turn to take out a guy with 6 Shedinjas. The strategy is to use Spikes and Sandstorm The sandstorm will kill the 2 on the field, and then everyone that comes in after that dies to the spikes, and you kill 6 in 1 turn. Alright, well, I'll use... I don't trust the Pokeballs on a Primate, so I'm just going to use a Shade Ball. Let's go! I'll check Primate later. I'm gonna hope it's good, though. I imagine it might have Defiant. That's its natural ability, but we'll see. Still fighting, though. Such an interesting choice. Alright. We are going against Exel, who is the boss of this area. This is a guy that normally has Shadow Mawile. I highly doubt it's going to be Shadow Mawile. It's really dumb. And a rookie move on their part. So they hand over the SD card because they made a backup on their server. I would have made a backup on another drive that they wouldn't have known about. So like I would have had the SD card, made the backup on the server, and then made a backup on a portable drive on like another SD card. And then they would have only thought to come for the SD card and clear the drive and not look for any other potential portable. 4, 5. It got better in 6 because of Mega and its fairy typing. But the thing is, it's one of those Pokemon that, like, without its Mega, it's not good. Like, in Pokemon Grand Coliseum, the Pokemon Coliseum mod I played, they gave huge power to Mawile. Naturally. The only problem is that Mawile doesn't really have the stat that gets massive defense boosts. So just adding fairy typing and huge power to Mawile wasn't really good because it didn't come with any of the other benefits of Mega Evolving. So I ended up, I think, ditching it because it was too slow and just not bulky enough. It hit hard, but did nothing else. And it's just sad that it's basically relegated to a Mega Pokemon and that's it. Why didn't you copy the data a 3rd time? One that's to a drive not connected to the servers. Fucking rookie move, Net. This guy is a wall in most playthroughs, just because of the team he uses. What the fuck? This guy had a Raichu, a Girafarig, a Granbull, Pokemon that were legitimately threatening. Now he has fucking babies? And they're Shadow Pokemon too, I already know it. Is it both of them? Yes, both of them. Oh, they evolve the moment they level up. Well, I'm gonna Fire Punch the Magby because... Actually, no, I'm gonna Ice Punch it because it'll still resist. This is gonna be a very... I'm happy I saved before this. And then I'm going to Ice Shard the Elegant. I don't want to risk playing around with baby Pokemon stats. I could have played around a lot more with the baby Pokemon stats. Oh, and I crit. Ooh, that was a close one. Well, everyone has a favorite Pokemon that's a flaw. I know some people that are so dedicated to their favorites, they'll never evolve them. Like, I know people who, like, love Voltorb, or who love, Bulbasaur, and they'll just never evolve them. Burning Raichu is actually cool. I hate it for it. The problem is there's no Magmortar in this game, so... I'm wondering if one day someone will be able to mod in the later evolutions or later Pokemon. That would be really cool. It's weird to see electrical effects hitting Marshtomp. Ninetales! Oh yeah, Ninetales and Vulpix are electric, or fire psychic in this as well. See if that works. It might not. It might have too much HP. I really don't want to use the Shade Balls until I have to. Fire Psychic or Fire Ghost of Gen... Yeah, I didn't think so. But I don't want to... Oh! Why did I Waterfall? I'm so dumb! It set the sun! Oh, well, that worked. That should at least compensate for the halved damage of Waterfall. Oh, look at that. That worked out well. Not gonna lie, that would not have killed if Ninetales did not activate Sap Sipper. But now I also can't weaken Elekid more, because I'm at +1. Chin Chow. Why did they give me Nest Balls? I guess they'll be useful maybe like much later in the Pokespots, but like right now? Why? I will say, though, I have a lot of complaints about XD, like the base game. So one complaint I have is why can we catch 2 Electabuzzes? Right? You have the Shadow Electabuzz and then the Elekid that you can trade Togepi for. Second, why are there so many fucking repeats with Coliseum? Like, you get Makuhita in both games. There's so many fucking repeats. Flaffy in both games, like... The reason why this bothers me, specifically speaking, is because, I'll run the chop, because I can bullet punch. The reason why this bothers me so much is because there were 7 games in Gen 3. Jinx was only acquired in Fire Red and Leaf Green through an in-game trade in both of them. Meaning, unless you bred, there was only one Jinx, or basically one Jinx in 2 different games. But they had to have a second Electabuzz. If anything, like, I can understand it's like, well, maybe you didn't want to trade for the Elekid. Fine. But why not? Why make it an Elekid if you're still going to have the Shadow Electabuzz? Make it something where the trade doesn't really matter. Right? Like, make it something where the trade doesn't particularly matter. Like, make it, you know, a Machop or something, right? Where, like, it'll have bonus moves and stuff, but it's not going to be a be-all, end-all choice. Second, Slowpoke! I will forever rage about Slowpoke. There are 7 games in Gen 3. Slowpoke is in 1 of them! Slowpoke is Leaf Green exclusive. Meaning, someone like me, who owned all the Gen 3 games, but coincidentally lost his Leaf Green in downtown Toronto at some point in time as a kid, could not get a Slowpoke. It was the only Pokemon I could not get, because Slowpoke, Slowbro, or Slowking are not available in any of the other 6 games. The Hoenn games do not have the Slowpoke line. It is Leaf Green exclusive, so Fire Red will not have it. And neither of the Hoenn game or neither of the Ore games had Slowpoke or Slowking or anything. Meanwhile, Psyduck is in all the Hoenn games, is the Fire Red exclusive opposite the Slowbro, and it's catchable in XD. I do not blame the XD one though, mind you, because with Cloud9 as its ability, it is an actual decent counter for Shadow Sky, for the few Pokemon that use it. But, yes. I will forever rage about Gen 3 Slowpoke. Don't even get me started on that, because it personally affected me. One game out of 7, yes. It's so fucking bad. I'm doing this for fun. One more bullet punch and I should be ready to catch. It wasn't until a while later, I had my cousin who's actually only owned Leaf Green. He traded me a Slowpoke holding King's Rock so I could get Slowking, and I traded him back a Pokemon with my King's Rock. I'm not Thunder Punching a Pokemon I know is going to be, oh right, it's Gen 3! Weather's Infinite. The second one, what, Corey?
I wouldn't say the Slowpoke line's my favorite, but I do have some sentimental value. Because Slowbro was my, was on my first initial... Oh, it did fade. Okay. Slowbro, was on my first ever Elite 14 in Silver. I believe my team was Meganium, Typhlosion, Lugia, Slowbro, and another Pokemon I don't remember. I think I only had 5 when I went through. As a matter of fact, that led me to when I first played through Omega Ruby to actually run Mega Slowbro in the game. Shadow Punch.
Interesting. Do I get rid of Rock Throw for this? Stronger, hits ghost types. Sure, why not? I lose the super effective to flying, but whatever. You're a dragon type, so you're gonna have a very, very bad day. And I'm gonna Mach Punch you so that Machop gets the first strike. You're slow as hell. So, Raichu goes next. And you're dead. That guy was actually significantly easier than he is in the base game. Of course. Two Pokespots? Dear God. Houndoom is brutal in XG. Alright, sounds good, Corey. Appreciate that you're catching up. Houndoom, I know Houndoom was in Pokemon Coliseum. And Houndour is in XD, but I don't actually complain about that because they're caught in two different points in the game. Houndoom is basically caught in the Elite Four of Coliseum, pretty much. It's just, it's fucking pointless to even consider that an obtainable or usable Pokemon. But in XD, it's caught right at the beginning. It's basically your fire starter in XD. And in Gen 3 pre-physical special split, it's fucking brutal. Because it gets stab off of both of its types. With its high special attack and speed. Right? Getting Crunch and Flamethrower on a Pokemon like that is fucking insane. Houndoom, in my opinion, is easily one of the best Pokemon of Gen 3. Or of XD, I mean. Not Gen 3, of XD. Alright, what is it? Spinda! I don't have a Spinda. I use Master Balls on all wild Pokemon, by the way. You're gonna be of no use to me, but I'll catch you. By the way, I should emphasize, Lily, all the Hexagon Brother Pokemon, aka the starters. Ooh, look at them. Like I mentioned that my Marshtomp has Sap Sipper. Has none of the others, Pokemon, Marshtomps and stuff will have Sap Sipper. They're gonna have, I believe it's all the waters have Swift Swim. Yeah, it's just for the one you catch. Lickitung is such a... Lickitung's caught, like, a little late in XD, but it can have such a powerful combo. Through the move tutor, you can teach Swagger. Lickitung is the only obtainable Pokemon in XD that has own tempo. So you can literally just boost Lickitung's attack by using Swagger on your partner without confusing him. Scrappy! That's not bad. Competitive and defiant. Interesting. What is careful a special attack lower in nature? It is indeed. Fuck off. Oh, at least you're not bad. And we'll check out these two. Modest Spinda, not terrible. Unaware. You know what? That's actually not a bad ability for Spinda. Like, I can legitimately imagine Spinda is so confused, so self-confused, that it just isn't aware the enemy has boosted. That's actually so fitting for Spinda. And then Super Luck Lickitung? Ew. At the very least, though, like, I do like that the mods changed it so you can see their natures right away. In the base game, you had to get rid of, like, 2 sections of the bar before you could see natures. Right, I need to go into here. Alright, Primate. Get you targeting someone. You can rotate to... Oh, there's a fighting type in there. There we go. Alright. Those will probably be done, like, super duper fast, because that's just how it goes. Yes, it was. Which made it really annoying in these games, because for people that are trying to get good natures, especially, like, if you were catching Pokemon in here to use them competitively, like in Smogon, you literally had to, lower their levels by 2, or you literally had to, like, catch them, purify them a little. And then if it didn't work, you would have to just do it all over again. Recatch them. So, like, if you were trying to hunt for... Like, could you imagine, like, you're trying to hunt an XD for, like, that Follow Me Magmar, and it's like... You had to, catch the Magmar, purify it enough to know what its ability and nature... ability and IVs were, then... and then And then you have to beat the game to even trade it. So it's like, if, you know, like, you had, like, I couldn't imagine the hell that would be. Like, imagine before Gen 5, you're trying to build competitive movesets, but you need TMs. What do you do when you need a TM that's not repeatable? Like, not purchasable? You have to restart the game to get it again. Some TMs were late game. Very late game. Like, think of Gen 3. Oh, I want Calm Mind on this Pokemon. Where do you get Calm Mind in Gen 3? Oh, you know, just the 7th gym leader. At least that one you don't have to beat the game to trade. But you'd have to play through the entire game just to get to the 7th gym leader, just to get Calm Mind. Alright, let's head to Fennec. Because we're gonna get booted to Realgym. Realgym. Now, she's gonna tell me about battle CDs, but they were removed from the mod. Both XD mods I've played have specifically removed battle CDs. Though, XG specifically said that he'd like to try and implement them in the future, but just doesn't see a reason for it right now. This mod specifically said just no, they're not in. This mod also removed the Bonsly bingo too. Oh, she gives you a lodestone! Yo! Let's go! So lodestones are mod specific items. What they do is they evolve they do trade evolution. So, so once my Machop evolves in like 2 levels, I can evolve it to Machamp instantly and have a Machamp. Every Pokemart, by the way, sells a different stone, so... I think it was Waterstone at Gathian Port, Thunderstone and Pyrite, and Firestone and, in Agate. I've already used one of these. I evolved the Growlithe to Arcanine, the Lombre to Ludicolo, and my Pikachu to Raichu. And then I had a Moonstone that I used to evolve Skitty into Delcatty. When you like, so there's that guy you can talk to in Gathian Port that like gives you a means of evolving your Eevee. But you don't start with Eevee in this game, but he still gives you a stone. I picked Moonstone thinking, because it shows you the evolutions and what their typing and abilities are. And just like XG, this mod makes Umbreon's ability filter, making it insanely... So, the thing is about these games, especially XD, is you have to play defensive. Because of their shadow Pokemon, because many fights have more than one, and because their attacks are always super effective, defensive Pokemon are very valuable in this And that's not even the mod, just XD as a whole. So having Pokemon like with filter that reduce all super effective damage is insane. So having a Pokemon like Umbreon that is already a defensive monster, reducing the damage from shadow moves. I ran Umbreon in XG because it also had filter, and it was a fucking beast. I also gave it the Aura Shield item, which was new to the mod, that made it so it's like you're immune to Shadow Sky and you take less damage from shadow moves. So my Umbreon was a beast. And then it knew like Snarl, Foul Play, Toxic, and something else, I think. Like it was very defensive and like not like offensive at all. But it was huge for the playthrough. And the thing is, I didn't even start with Umbreon. I think I picked different Pokemon. I picked a different evolution to start with. That game, you do start with Eevee. So I picked a different evolution, and I still chose Umbreon. And I ended up getting an Eevee from the Pokespot, and I evolved that one Umbreon. It's actually funny, Lily. I'll show you when I can. But, like, you know how, like, it shows you where you caught Pokemon? Like, Cypher Lab, Gadian Port, Cypher Lab. This game is hard-coded that if you have an Eevee or an evolution that matches your trainer ID, it will always say, obtained from your dad. Regardless of where or how you caught the Eevee. I caught the Eevee in this game at the Desert Pokespot. But it still says I obtained it from my dad. And because of how Poochyena and Skitty are obtained as your starters in this game, they instead say met in a distant land. Which is what it says when you trade from Gen 3 games. More ability. Oh, is this just sell? Oh, interesting. So this guy just sells everything the Mount Battle vendor sells, but for money instead of Poke coupons. Interesting. That's an interesting design choice. But it gives you 2 different ways to buy the stuff, which is nice. Oh. There it is. Scope lens! There's an item checklist in this mod as well. Spoiler free too. I just clicked it thinking it was the wrong item. There's 3 chests in the Realgem Tower. But yeah, like, I love these mods that make Eevee actually, like, Umbreon functional. So the Eevee I caught here is modest, so it's obviously going to be a Jolteon, Vaporeon, or Espeon with that kind of nature. And it already comes with Thunder Wave, which is insane. And then Draining Kiss for another special move. So, like, if I went Vaporeon, I could just run Water and Ice, and I could be set. But I probably wouldn't want to run Thunder Wave on Vaporeon, not gonna lie. It's not fast enough, I feel like, to really take advantage of that. Despite everything, though, the mod still keeps the same old shitty inventory space of Pokemon XD. I don't need the Soothe Bell right now. What is this? Silk Scarf. I guess that's because there's no normal plate. They should just add in a normal plate and then just call it, the dinner plate, because that's the most normal plate there is. Sorry, bingo machines are currently under maintenance. Yep. Like I said, they removed the battle bingo. You know what's really cool, though, is you can get Bonsly in XG. Because of Battle Bingo, Bonsly actually has attack animations in this game, so the mod actually allowed you to get a Bonsly. And then this is Battle CDs, right? Fortunately, Thieves made off with a huge haul recently, so Battle CDs have been hard to come by. Are you busy? I wonder if that's code, because it's like, so I wonder if there's actual code in the game for her to say, to dismiss you like that if you don't have the CD case, which shouldn't happen because the lady in Fennec City gives you the code. Okay, I'm gonna lead with Machop. I want to lead with Machop, but... Oh yeah, by the way, this mod also has an EXP all. Or like the later game EXP shares. So many Pokemon need to evolve to get better. Alright, see you, Lily! Actually get new shadow Pokemon from these guys? I'm gonna reveal Scarlet just to see. No, okay. So the Hexagon Brothers still have the Hexagon Brothers are still okay, those are the only two things I can get right now.
Primeape is already done.
Alright, I gotta do this. Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Don't play the actual song. Oh, thank God. Like, don't play the actual song. This VOD will get hit immediately. You know, it's right. Yesterday, the VOD for Borderlands 4 got hit, but it only got blocked in Israel for some reason. Hey, Monster, how are you? Read the letter. Hey, Lizreal! Alright, what is this shadow Pokemon? We're gonna find out. Alright. Wait. Oh no, does this person not have a shadow Pokemon? Or is this Bonnie? Oh, it's Bonnie. Okay. So I'm just gonna check off all the brothers, because they, I already have all their shadow Pokemon anyways. I do not know. It's not going to be either of these two, because I already caught the shadow Pokemon of these. Alright. Well, Rock Slide seems like a good decision, and I'm going to Quiver Dance. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck off! Larvitar, dude, you're not having a good time. Fuck off. Oh, it's Donphan. Interesting. Fuck off. Why? I'm gonna run Raichu. I don't know. Okay, well, this might have been a mistake to make. Dota. Oh, well, Monster Hunter has done a lot of crossovers with a lot of stuff. They did a Final Fantasy crossover. They did a Witcher 3 crossover. They've done a lot of various crossovers throughout the various Monster Hunter games. I don't... You have to hit Golbat. Like, I don't trust that. But, well, this might work because you should resist it? Question mark? I'm at +1, though. This wasn't the plan. Okay, well, that worked. If he gets poisoned, even... Okay, he didn't. Okay. Boom! Goodbye. By the way, Ninjask has no guard, so... I guess the mod maker said, you know what, Ninjask is fast enough, let's just make it better somewhere else. Oh, Toxic. No, thank you. And they're just like, yeah, fuck it. We'll just give him no guard instead, because not being fast and never missing an attack is absolutely what's needed. As long as I still think they need to do the Mario. That movie, like, because I don't think they did it in the first one. I haven't really seen it, but if they don't do the Mario, it's just gonna be a failure. Fuck off, Ninjask. I think Tyranitar is not staying in the team. Larvitar, I love you, buddy, but as Wolfie said, Tyranitar is good in spite of its typing, and its typing is not good. I do not get to do much with Larvitar. Oh! Oh, Chansey! Oh, Chansey! Oh! Oh, you sad... Oh, Chansey. Oh, Chansey! Oh! The lowest defense Pokemon with a huge power Raichu. Oh, what a mistake you made. Alright, well, I'm gonna throw a Pokeball now. Oh, I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna Ultra Ball this, because I don't think Pokeballs are gonna really work much anymore. Maybe we'll Bullet Punch. Just remember, because of that show, it's canonical that Mario knows Sergeant Slaughter. Mario has connections to the WWE. Or WWF at the time, but yes. Do I get into a battle at the bottom here too? Because I'm gonna have to heal up my team. Yeah, I have too many Pokemon that I have 3 Pokemon right now that are all weak to water. I'd say grass too, but thankfully Marshtomp having Sap Sipper kind of fixes that problem, but... You know what's interesting, Lizreal? The GameCube games are the only games where enemy team grunts have names. Right, I just fought, like, I know it's a mod, but I just fought Cypher Peon, Bonnie. Right? But keep in mind, all the main series games, it's Team Rocket Grunt. It's Team Skull Grunt. Right? Like, it's Team Flare Grunt. None of them have names. This is the only game, this is the only series, where, the enemy teams have names. And not just the admin. It's Clyde! We just beat Bonnie, it's Clyde now. Quagsire and Steel. Steel could be interesting, but I hope it's not Quagsire, to be perfectly honest. Let me check the wild areas, because if Quagsire's on them... No, it's neither of them. Yeah. The mod maker really, when he changed up the names, he made a lot of references. Keep in mind, that's not their official names. XD and Coliseum are known for having wonky names, but, like, earlier, like, you have Cypher Peon Jesse and then Cypher Peon James. And, like, when Jesse battles you, she says, "Prepare for trouble." And then when James pops in, he goes, "And make it double," right? Because they're one after the other. Well, I can Rock Slide for Spheal, and I can Energy Ball the Quagsire. Quagsire's dead. Most Pokemon don't tend to survive 4 times moves. Quagsire was absolutely using a ground move on that anyways, so I don't feel bad. Both my guys are weak to ground, so... And Rock Slide's it. That actually might not have killed if Larvitar went first. Because, some people forget that in double battles, when you use a spread move, it's actually only 75% of its power. Because that's the cost of hitting both opponents. But if you only hit one, like I did there, Spheal took the whole damage. Oh, I'm 1 level away. I might rare candy it after this fight, not gonna lie. Just so I can get that quick Machamp. Shadow Milotic! Interesting! Is it gonna still have Marble Scale? You know, it'd be brutal if they gave it Fur Coat. Oh my god, if they gave Milotic Fur Coat, that'd be fucking disgusting. Oh my god. Get rid of Marble Scale for Fur Coat. Not only do you not need a status, but you by default have double the offense. Energy Ball and War Portal. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sand Canyon 3? What? Shadow Colors. Is that supposed to be like Aurora Beam? Oh, fuck, Shadow Colors. What did you lose? HP up. If I don't get... Oh, Speed Boost. Ugh. I would have preferred Fur Coat, not gonna lie. Milotic has ridiculous special defense. Would have turned this thing into a monster. Oh, okay. Oh, I got a net ball still. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on that. Let's just throw a Pokeball to see if it works. Not gonna lie, I kind of wish these two had Shadow Pokemon that kind of like paired in some way. Like Heracross Pinsir, you know, Pokemon that were opposites to each other in a game or something, because it would have, or like, you know, paired in some way, because it would have made more sense for the Bonnie and Clyde aspect of things, instead of being Donphan and Milotic. Oh, there's another, oh, Magby too. I'm not even gonna bother fighting these guys because there's no benefit to it. And they just drop rare candies in this, which I already have infinite of. Yeah, not gonna lie, I kind of wish they did that. Like, I'm not... Like, I got mad earlier talking about, like, Pokemon like Jinx and Slowpoke that were insanely hard to get in Gen 3 games. But I'm not mad about Feebas, because Feebas was technically available in 3 of the 7 games. As a matter of fact, I caught a Feebas in Emerald. I actually caught one. I never evolved it, because I think I fucked up its stats, but just owning one meant I could breed to get more. But yes, I caught a Feebas. But I think it would have been really cool if they added in a catchable Milotic, like, late game in XD. In all honesty, XD was the final Gen 3 game to come out, right? I'm pretty sure it was Ruby, Sapphire, and then Colosseum, and then Fire Red, Leaf Green, Emerald, and then XD. Because XD also, every Pokemon that was removed from Emerald's encounter table to fit the balance between Sapphire and Ruby Pokemon are actually obtainable in XD. Like Zangoose isn't obtainable in Emerald, but it's in XD. Roselia, right? All the Pokemon that you cannot catch in Emerald are obtainable in XD. But I think it would have been really cool if maybe like one of the final bosses had one instead. I'm gonna leave. Because there's one other thing I want to do too that I haven't done yet, which is the Pokemart's all upgraded inventory, and I forgot to go, like, I have all these Pokeballs I'm never gonna use again, so I might as well just go and see if I can upgrade. I'll just buy 99. It's not gonna hurt my wallet to do that. Oh, and I can finally buy Vivid Sense now too. I'll buy a shit ton of these just for the future. Never know when you're gonna need them. I think I'm gonna have to remove Larvitar from the team though, sadly. It's a sad day for that to finally happen, but I also I'm considering some other options too. Getting Quillfishing would be really nice right now. I love that part of that video. Just because, like, earlier in the same video goes, you know, in all honesty, I don't think it's a Flex State product unless it works underwater. And then it gets the Flex State cleared. He's just like, I don't know, but I don't see the thing working underwater. And it even works underwater. I'll take your entire stock. He has some, like, really good comedic moments. Like, there's so many good memes that have come from JonTron because of that. Like, I have several questions. Or, you could, but why? Why do all of these have water? All 5 of these have water in them. He's going to evolve in 5 levels. Larvitar's getting bumped to the bottom of the box here. So he's not garbage, but he's just not probably going to see use. And Quilava's, again, it's not bad, but I just feel like it's missing something. But, like, getting rid of those 2 means that I can add Quillfish into the team. I really want, like, I know Defiant and stuff exists in this mod, so that can be scary, but I just feel like having Intimidate is really, really useful. And because he's gone, I can actually add Houndoom in now, too. All right, let me run these guys for now and see how this goes. All right, let's get some moves taught in here. Flamethrower. I don't know if I want that, actually. I'm assuming you don't get Earth Power. That would be kind of dumb if you did, yeah. I'm gonna keep Waterfall or Aqua Jet for now. It doesn't hurt to have an occasional priority move. And then there's Poison Jab. Can he learn Knockoff by chance? He can.
Alright, so am I getting rid of Taunt? Or am I getting rid of Snarl? Because Snarl would be really useful. Especially on a faster Pokemon like Houndoom. It's also good chip damage. Taunt could have its usages too, but like, yeah, we'll get rid of Taunt for now.
I think I can reteach Taunt. I think that's a move tutor move, so... I don't have a Psychic move. Can someone learn this? Oh, Quillfish can learn Zen Headbutt? Let's go. I'll get rid of Knockoff for that, since I think I already have... yeah, I have... Well, I have a Dark type in the team. I'm just trying to think, like, do I need Mudshot on Houndoom? Oh, Pokespot. Oasis. Alright, let's see if it's something new. I've had this fucker show up at every single Pokespot at least once already. This is the third time. No problem. I'm trying to decide if I should EV train these two new guys before I go in. Right, get Quillfish. The attack lowering nature is not my ideal. But I could get some attack on you and some special attack on you. Fuck off. Desert. At least I'm at the entrance here. Spoink! Spoink! I can't wait till I get to train because outskirt stand, because that has more Pokeball options. Like that's where you get like timer balls and stuff, and net balls are also there too, and it's really useful for all the water and bug types you encounter. Basically, netball is the best Pokeball in the game next to timer balls in terms of catch rate. Like, in, like, so, like, let me look, list of Shadow Pokemon. I'm gonna, like, when do you get the netball in Coliseum? Because I remember I was able to catch Suicune with a netball. So let's argue it's after like Sudowoodo, right? So Ledian, Suicune, Fortress, Ariados, Shuckle. That's all. There's Scizor too, but that's like the E-card room thing. In XD, it's as soon as you get to Outskirts Stand. So that starts with Nose Pass, right? So you got Paris. So, and keep in mind, this is only encountering new Shadow Pokemon. If you missed other Shadow Pokemon, then you could easily use the netball to catch them again. But Paris, Shelder, Beedrill, Butterfree, Venomoth, Golduck, Pinsir, Scyther, Starmie, Poliwrath, Lapras. There's a handful of Pokemon that you just instantly have good catch rate on, which is insane. Oh, you know what's crazy? I'm going here because I just want to purify my Pokemon quickly. This way I don't have to leave Phoenix City to purify the remaining, like... This opens up, like, 4 slots, pretty much. 3 or 4 slots, right? Fake out on Primeape is actually pretty solid. And Mach Punch? Damn. What was his ability again? I don't remember. Oh, Scrappy. Oh my god, fake out Mach Punch, Scrappy Primeape. Ooh. Ooh. That gives me shivers. That's fucking brutal. Being able to use, like, get priority and a guaranteed flinch on Pokemon that are Pokemon that are immune to you is actually crazy. Get Elekid done. I need to go to the bathroom in a moment here. Get fucking everything Heart Stamp. And Needle Arm? Really? What is this fucking Elekid? Quirky. Synchronize. So really nothing different. Primeape's earning the position of bottom of box. Or maybe box 7, depending on how things go. I might have to move this crew to box 7 as the maybes. But yeah, like, I know he's faster, but that attack's gonna mean nothing in one level. When Machop matches that level, evolves to Machoke, and then I can immediately evolve him to Machamp. Alright, let me, I'm gonna rare candy everyone to 27, I think is fair, especially since it's Houndoom that's the most behind. Night Slash. No, thank you. I'm sticking to Spectral, thank you very much. I'm not gonna say Trapinch is a disappointment, but it definitely could be Aerial Ace. The fuck? Do I? Like, and not gonna lie, Aerial Ace will probably find more use than either Metal Claw or maybe Rock Throw. It's stronger than both. If I get rid of either move, I no longer have either of that typing in my team, so. And the moment he evolves to Vibrava, I'm getting a Dragon move, so. I don't know if it'll be Dragon Claw, because technically Flygon is the first to learn that, but... Bite is just too yeah, get rid of Rock Throw. 3 levels, he's getting a dragon move, so. Alright. I will have to bunk. Whoever I do first, I'm gonna have to bunk the other. Because I want attack on one, but not on the other. We'll see on both. There's some Pokemon that, thank God for rare candies, I'll be able to potentially use later in the game. I'm gonna hide Houndoom here. We'll do Quillfish first. Alright, who is Attack again? Attack is Male Hunter. So I have to fight them 3 times. It's you, right? Yes. I have to fight them 3 times to max EVs. I wonder what moves they know. I'm going to guess probably useless ones. So they probably know, like, maybe there's like 4 moves that do nothing. So like Splash, Foresight. Stuff that would do nothing if there's nothing to do with them. But they also, I think, only have 1 HP as well. So they're just designed to die in 1 shot. But they need to have a move. So I'd imagine it's probably just Splash, like a move that legitimately does nothing, just so that. Huh? Yeah, see Splash. Why did that fail? I used Shadow Punch. It's a Psychic type. What? I'm gonna finish this trainer, and then I'll save, and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna do the 3 attacks, because I want them both to have speed as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 3, I'm gonna do the 3 attack battles, and then I'm gonna switch to Houndoom, do the 3 special attack battles, and then I'll have them both in my team to do the 3 speed battles. But anyways, let me turn. Be right back. I will be right back. I'm back. Alright. Let's go inside a building and then hope you enjoyed the smooth jazz. Alrighty. Splash is a good move for them to have anyways, because they're designed to die in... These guys are designed to die in one hit, and Splash has 40 PP, so there's no fucking shot you're not KOing them. I'm leaving Machop in the fight until it hits 28. One more run, and Quillfish's attack will be maxed. Now, the only thing that upsets me is I don't think there's a way to reset EVs in this. I don't think Quillfish will make it to my Mount Battle team, though. Personally speaking, because with an attack-lowering nature, I don't know if I trust it. Besides, I'll probably have way better Intimidators in the future. I don't know if any Pokemon in my team will make it to the Mount Battle, because I might want to actually, like, properly customize and everything, and it depends on move sets and all that sort of stuff, right? Like, there's also legendaries in this game, I know for a fact, so... Alright, that's it for that. So we're going to swap Quillfish for Houndoom, and then we'll go fight the special attacker. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add Eevee in on this one. With having a modest Eevee, Eevee is guaranteed to be a special attacker, regardless of how I want to use it. So might as well take advantage of this and just max out its special attack Eevees now. Oasis, okay. I need to ditch these two temporarily. I don't know. I just don't want to risk them getting any EVs. I want to specifically max out their EVs. I'm not going to be doing speed on Eevee though, because if it goes Vaporeon, I don't want speed. The last EV will have everything to do with what the evolution is. If it's Espeon or Jolteon, speed. But if it is Vaporeon, I probably want HP. Oh, Cast Form. Yeah, that was a good idea to switch out because I'm killing this. Because I already have a Cast Form. Oh my god. Cave? Yep. I took a wild guess on that one to see if that was correct or not. Just to make sure. I have not found any of the 1% yet. Oh, I've only found one 10% too, so... Oh! I got my Sunsetter!
So it's just hail. Hail's the only weather I don't have.
I kind of wish there was one more Pokespot. Like, we have Oasis, Cave, and Desert, or Rock, right? I kind of wish there was one in the forest. Like, there's a huge forest region here. You'd think they should have added in a forest Pokespot. Like, they could have added in 3 Pokemon to it. I'm just thinking base game-wise, like, what could those 3 Pokemon be? It would have to be like grass and bug types, right? Would probably be the good focus. Or just Pokemon that are known to reside in forests. Like maybe a flying type could be there too. Okay, let me just see who is special. Female chaser. So there's only one female here, so that really helps narrow it down. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to use quick attack. I just realized that, like, Snarl hits both targets, so I'm wasting time by having EV attack first. Alright, we'll go to the windmill spot here, actually. So not in XD. I completely forgot. Silva is in the game, yeah. He runs the Pyrite Coliseum. There we go. Brain Punch. My entire strategy is specifically around the moves I know. Shadow Punch will likely get replaced with something else in the future, but... I forget what the evolutions of those are here. I know Umbreon's is, Umbreon's is Filter, and I remember that Espeon's is not Magic Bounce. I do not need Drain Punch. Oh my god, all three want to learn Drain Punch. Fuck off with Drain Punch. Look at that. I have a Machamp, and it's still weaker than Raichu. It's still weaker than Raichu by like 40 attack. But it is like 40 attack stronger than it was as a Machop. So this is huge. Alright, one more. But yeah, this Eevee will want special attack, and then depending on what I pick for its evolution, as I said before, if I go Vaporeon, I will invest into HP. And if I want Jolteon or Espeon, it'll go special attack or go speed. Let's go swap. Swap Eevee for Quillfish, so we can do speed. Alright, Eevee is now set to be whatever evolution I would like it to be. Alright, what was the trainer? Eevee speed is male chaser. Which is this guy here. Save just in case. Yo! Ooh, a nice battlefield change. Two more battles after this. And then I should have time to be able to maybe catch a couple more Shadow Pokemon in Phoenix. I will not have time to do Snaddle, though. Why? Why? What? Why do you have Bolt Switch? One more speed match. Oh, shit. That worked. After this, I can finally get back to the game. Nope, Pokespot. Deserts. Well, that was the last one, so I don't actually have to change my team around now. Oh, another EV! Let's go! And you catch 5 Eevees. Eevee and Clamperl will be the only ones that catch multiples, though. No, let's... Oh, they're both weak to ground. I just realized. Oh, shit. I have 3 Pokemon weak to ground. Did not realize that. That's not good. Oh, well, that's something I'll probably correct in the future. I just want to check out this Eevee. And see what, like, nature it has. Another... Oh, no, wait, this is my Eevee. Never mind. Jolly. Special attack down, speed up. That's not bad. That would be a nice, Flareon. It could work for Umbreon too, but I just think it'd probably be better for Flareon. So I'm just gonna Firestone both of these two, just to get them evolved. Metal Claw? Huh? Guess I'll get rid of Draining Kiss. Why Metal Claw? Is there a physical fire? There's Flame Charge. It's better than nothing. I wonder if the mod lets Flareon learn Fire Punch just so it has a decent fire stab. I know it doesn't make any sense, but half the moves in this game don't make any sense. I get the berry off of Ninetales since it's in my inventory. Hey, Flareon, what was your ability again? Flash Fire, so nothing changed. Unless I can... Can I ability capsule it? Guts. Okay. I'll take Guts. I imagine there's probably going to be orbs in this game, like a Toxic Orb, so... I'll have to keep that in mind for Eevee, because now I'll have to pay attention to what ability I might want. This should be Thatcher. Carmen. Who's Thatcher then? He's just out of order again? I think these are out of order because it had the Indigo brother, it had the Hexagon brothers. Ooh, hold on, that's interesting. Because it has them before Bonnie and Clyde, but Bonnie and Clyde trigger the entire cipher thing, so that will kill. There's no shot this doesn't kill. Adaptability, flamethrower on a Houndoom, 100% that's killing. Do that, and then we'll do this. It'll be neutral. Buddy is garbage special defense, and I have adaptability. This likely won't kill, but it'll give me a +1. That means Mach Punch is killing next turn. I love that game of Power of Punch telling me whether I can Mach Punch kill next turn. It's so much fun. I guess we'll Mudge. That'll be neutral. Flamethrower will do half damage. You know, let's Flamethrower. Shouldn't kill. He resists it. Boom! Dead. No, come on. I'm gonna bullet punch. Alright, and help. See you later. You have +1 bullet punch right now for kill. Let's go! This is Carmen. Oasis. Mount Battle will also be an entirely... Mount Battle is going to be, like, legitimate battling. So the team I use in the main game won't function the same. Because it's a lot more about surviving in the main game than Mount Battle, where it's about winning. Win goal, I do not need to. Alright, wait. Oasis 10% is Clampearl, who I've not seen, and Cave is Unknown, who I've also not seen. Oh, Meowth! Hustle. Interesting. Risky thing to do when you're using fucking 90 accuracy moves that for some reason never missed. Quiet. That's actually like a terrible ability. Speed down, special attack up for a fast, decent physical attacker. That is like the worst nature. Tough Claws isn't a bad ability though. At least it buffs like Slash and stuff, which Technician doesn't buff. Battle this guy so I could get access to the mart. This guy does not have a shadow. Can we stop leading with intimidators? I'd really appreciate that so I can actually use my phone. I know I'm not really one to talk because, you know, I'm leading an intimidator, but... Oh, fuck off. Farfetch'd is fighting flying. That will kill. It wouldn't have killed anyways, even without the -1 attack. That would have killed, I think, if I didn't get intimidated. Oh fuck. Okay, well, doesn't really seem like it's doing a lot of damage. Interesting. Dead this turn. Aqua Jet and the attack drop on Tauros is actually really helpful, though, especially with it using Bulldoze on my 2 Pokemon weak to it. Why? First things first, Raichu's at least neutral to that. You specifically targeted the guy that's going to resist it. This will get me a new stone. What is on floor number 2? Oh, more, weapons. Desert. Let's see what it is. I'd like to get one more Shadow Pokemon before we end the stream. But that is entirely dependent on the wild Pokemon disturbing me. Oh, another Eevee! Gentle? Isn't that defense down, special defense up? Yep. It's... I wouldn't say that's ideal for Umbreon, but it's doable. The reason why I say that is because Umbreon has lower defense than special defense. So, having lower defense for higher special defense doesn't really work. I would have actually preferred Lax to have the opposite. Alice. Where is Thatcher? Yo! Shiny jump off? There's a 1 in 64 shiny chance, so that's my shiny. That's my shadow Pokemon. Dragon Fairy. Ooh. Bad decision there. Of course, my shiny had to be jump up, which is basically garbage. I could see something better if it maybe had Prankster, because that's pretty much what Whimsicott is just a different typed jump plus with Prankster. There's a few other trainers I can battle here. I'm just gonna see if one of them has the shadow, because Justy's next, and then there's only like 2 other guys before Snaddle, and there's 3 listed there, so I'm gonna check the guy at the fountain.
Thornton. No. Yo! This is weaker though, isn't it? Yo, let's go! Oh, Death Dog, too good. Fairy Poison! What an interesting change they made to all these bug types. So that they're not just all like repeats of each other. I'm actually happy with that. They're still not necessarily good, but at least they're like... Oh, I don't know why. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's probably still gonna kill. I'm like, I just instinctively use Flamethrower because, you know. Such an interesting idea though, yeah. To change up the typings of all the bug types. I'd say the one that's the most out there though is probably Fighting Poison Beedrill. If anything, I'd be more inclined to make it bug fighting than fighting poison. I just realized I could have Mud Shot too. Though I doubt that would have done more damage than Flamethrower. Flamethrower's base 90, doing double power because of adaptability. Doing 180 versus Mud Shot, which would have done double power due to being super effective, which would have done 110. So yeah, Flamethrower was the stronger choice. Still do not know who Thatcher is. Another box. Eventually, though, I'm gonna have to give up on these. So I'm trying to farm them as much as I can. Roger is clearly a guy's name, right? Brad. Oh, no, wait. No, there's 4 Shadow Pokemon guys left. There's Justy. There's the guy that normally has Seal. Okay, yeah, I think they're just out of order. Then there's the guy that has Spearow, and then there's the guy, and then there's obviously Snaddle himself. Yeah, so there's Justy, then there's the guy that has Swinub, then there's the guy, Justy, who I think normally has Meowth. And then there's the guy that has Swinub outside the Coliseum, and then in the Coliseum you got Grimer and Spearow. Yeah, so they're just out of order. I bet you Thatcher is probably the, Yes! He also doesn't have filter either. I'm happy because without that poison, it would have been a 3-shot. But with the poison, I can now I can kill with poison jab. We'll heal up and save, and then we will, we'll call it here, and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's go check out Jump Bluff. I just want to see what its, like, ability is, or whatever. And we'll get it in the purification chamber before I forget. Crawdaunt is already done. I just put that guy in there. Timid, attack down, speed up, not bad. Prankster, let's go. Okay. Prankster is the only ability that can make a garbagely offensive Pokemon good. Oh, there's flying in there this way. Need no grass. There we go. None of the other mods gave Prankster to Jump Bluff, I don't think. I could be wrong. Maybe XG did. I don't remember. Honestly, I'd probably just gonna set this guy to the side. I probably won't even use that one, even for Umbreon. I'd want a better nature for it. That would be fine for any of the other evolutions, which is crazy because the other 3 all have terrible defense. Matter of fact, Umbreon has I think it's the 2nd best defense out of all evolutions. With Leafeon having the best, and then... Double save just to make sure again. And
And then I think it's Glaceon. The other 3 evolutions I have all have decent special attacks or special defenses and bad defenses. So that'll be interesting if I give it to any one of them. The best one would probably be Vaporeon just because it's tankier from the high HP, but the other 2 could do well, you know, just from having high defenses in the first place. But yeah, we'll like even if not, like I can at least hold off and then evolve it just to at least see what the abilities I have to play with are. Like save, evolve it, see what its ability is, ability capsule it, and then just reboot and see what I get. Right, just play around so I can remember what I'm dealing with. Yeah, Guts on Flareon is pretty bad just because it only works for Toxic. It's basically Toxic Boost at that point. I wonder if Zangoose will have Toxic Boost, which is a shame because it's not a normal type anymore. Not Toxic Boost, I mean Guts, but like, it's a shame though because it's not a normal type in this mod. It's electric fighting, so you're gonna get stabbed. Facade. And Facade's a TM, like I own the TM right now. I actually haven't run into any Pokemon that would benefit from that, now that I think about it. I'll have to keep that in mind because Flareon can use it. Like if a Toxic Orb does show up later in the game and I can use it on Flareon, I will. And I can do like Facade. But the problem is I'm not probably gonna get any strong fire type moves. I still need to check to see if it can even learn like Fire Punch just for the sake of having a strong physical fire move. Better than Flame Charge anyways. And then we'll just see what else it can get. But yeah, so we'll pick this up tomorrow, do Justy and Snaddle and everything, and then I do want to stream tomorrow, even if I end up streaming earlier, because as I mentioned before, I've been meaning to try and get some training in at work for something, for like cash training in. I've gone in twice and still have not gotten cash training. The first time, the cashier just straight up didn't train me. The second time, the second time I was just told too busy, so it never happened. So I am going, so I may get asked to come in tomorrow early just for cash training. We will see. But I still would like to come in early, and then we'll start Digimon on Thursday. I plan to hope to make that a decently long stream just to try and get the beginning of the game out of the way. It's an RPG game. Digimon RPGs especially are very visual novel-esque. So there's going to be a lot of what you call it, like just dialogue and stuff. Now it's voice, so thankfully that should speed through things. But there's, I hope along with the voice acting, there's also going to be auto scrolling. Like I don't have to press A to advance the dialogue because that gets really annoying when games don't have that. I don't think Cyber Sleuth had that because there was no voice acting, no mind you, but that would speed things up a lot as well. But I just want to make sure I'm through it a lot, and then it'll be Pokemon Friday, Digimon Saturday, Pokemon Sunday, Digimon Monday, Pokemon, like if I can do it this way, and then it'll be Pokemon next Thursday to hopefully we'll be able to, you know what, I'm gonna say right now, I don't think we'll be done by Saturday, but I'll still do I'm still going to do Mount Battle. I was just hoping to do it for my anniversary stream. But we can figure out something else to do. Right, I'm sure there's something I can play. Not sure what, but kind of looking here, just scrolling down my Steam list for a second, but I'd like to try and do like something more special, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But we'll figure it out later. With that said, my name is Daimien Kamiya. I'm the Omni King. Be a friend, foe, or member of the Omni Council. I'll see you later.